Yeah, so welcome to our May GDTA Spotlight session here online. And I'm really happy that you're joining, that we have 30 people on the call already. We have some more registered on the Eventbrite platform. And my name is Uli Weinberg, and I'm the president of the Global Design Thinking Alliance, which is an alliance of 36 member institutions in 23 countries. I'm really happy about this large number in 5 continents. Those are all design thinking enthusiasts. And we do this monthly event, the GDTA Spotlight Session, and usually we have one person or two talking, and then we have a discussion. This time, it's the first time that we are using Eventbrite because we have a workshop scheduled. First time, the Playing the Future, a trend watching game, which is developed by Maria Stashenko, who will give you the brief introduction pretty soon. And her team, there's Elena, there's Yuri, there's Anton, Alex, and so we have 5 people joining from Kazakhstan, actually from the Design Thinking Center Asia. And I'm really happy that you are so actively working on design thinking and starting or helping to spread. And for me, that is for all of us, for Raika and myself and the GDTA community, it's a premiere. It's the first time that we are using the 60 minutes for a dance workshop. And not to lose any more time, I hand over to Maria to give us a short introduction. What is it? Playing the Future, a trend watching game. And please welcome Maria Stashenko.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Uli, for inviting me and for giving the stage to us and to our team. Just a second, I have to a little bit change my presentation. Sorry, just to see. Oh, just a second. Just a second. Here it goes. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, good. Thank you. So, and sorry for the pause. Hello, everyone, and thanks GDTA team for inviting us to play together today. As American writer Diane Ackerman once said, play is our brain's favorite way of learning, and today we're gonna play a game. My name is Maria Stashenko, and I'm from Design Thinking Center Asia, based in Kazakhstan. Also, I'm a founder of Wonderfull Customer Experience Research and Design Lab, which celebrates its 20-year anniversary this year. It will be in October the 1st, and I will for sure invite you to celebrate with us. I think that design thinking is a mindset, a method, and a hashtag, to find knowledge and a number of constantly evolving tools to create human-centered decisions. And yes, I'm more than 15 years already in design thinking. I passionately follow this method. We are proud to be among creative and super innovative institutions across the globe in an all-star global design thinking alliance. From project to project, we use universal process of design thinking, which leads us from empathy to prototyping and testing phase. And I hope all of you are familiar with this process. The heart of the process is idea generation and selection phases. To generate ideas for the future, we need to get to know something about the future. And usually we work with the future challenges. But how our brain and how do we usually generate ideas? What's our common practice of generating ideas and the process? Maybe you noticed that usually we apply already existing knowledge based on our previous experience, as soon as this is the fastest and easiest way for our brain to work. Even experienced teams do so. They know best practices. This is the famous phrase for the consultancies, we'll show you the best practice and good ways to solve the problem. But customer-centric decisions often require something new, which doesn't exist before. To generate ideas for the future, we need another way of thinking and brainstorming based on precisely future trends. So how might we help boost teams with future knowledge and awareness during idea generation phase? Because trends and some future tendencies and something about the future, this is not the common issue in our daily business life. We have to dig deep and get to know something. To help teams create feasible, viable, and for sure desirable for customers' ideas. But before I present our answer to this question, let me tell you a small story behind it. Seems like nearly everyone in the creative community knows Miro boards, but just a couple know how the idea came to its founder. In 2011, Miro boards founder, that time not yet a Miro board founder, but a person named Andrew Husseit became a student of my design thinking intensive course at British High School of Art and Design. The course was 8 days long, and each day we had to clean up the room full of used flip chart paper and sticky notes, a very common process for many of you. In the middle of the course, we've done some warm-up on making our creative and working process more sustainable, because it's a lot of paper. To come to some breakthrough ideas, we used some current trends to base our ideas upon. Some paper prototypes based on trends were quickly done by the group of students, and soon the intensive course was over. But Andrew decided to proceed with a prototype and was trying to find a use case. So he decided to make it a tool for his design agency to communicate ideas to clients who weren't in the same room. It was back in 2011. Remember, it was not that the world was not that digital that time. The first public version of the Miro board was spread among British High School of Art and Design students with our help. That first iteration was called Real-Time Board, quickly evolved into the robust visual workplace for innovation we now know as Miro, and pandemic helped to spread the digital working process all around. Today, more than 60 million users in 2,100 organizations work together using Miro. Well, frankly speaking, back in 2011, none of us believed real-time board will be a common thing in the working process. So trends became an inevitable part in our idea creation techniques within design thinking process. In 2015, we created a paper version of the table card game for creative students to play during an idea generation phase. You can see it in my slide, which we call straight away Play in the Future, a trend watching game, to help teams create ideas based on future trends and select them through the 3 fields of Venn diagram. Who plays the game? Since its creation, facilitators from around the world bought our paper editions from time to time and used it for their facilitation sessions. Here is how the game looks like at the table during idea generation phase. In pandemic, we created a virtual game at Miro board. Even in virtual world, it still has a round playing field. To make an idea generation phase filled with future trends, we regularly monitor and gather trends and apply them to the trend cards. We select them in 4 dimensions and gather in 4 basic trend decks, each of which consists of more than 20 cards around 4 areas. We monitor and gather global trends in customer experience, in technological developments, in economy, and in culture. We also developed some specific card decks, with trends in variety industries, to make idea generation process more efficient in these areas and in these branches. But for today's game, we'll use only 4 basic trend categories. A game usually lasts for 40-45 minutes and brings up to 100 ideas per one team, which might consist from 3 to 5 participants. It works well both for students and top business managers, as soon as it really helps boost teams' awareness and knowledge right away with future trends. So it's like a brain helper for us, because brain uses already existing decisions and best practices, and playing the future helps us to move forward to see the future. Today, our playing round will last for 20 minutes. Trend cards help us to create innovative ideas. To play the game, we have to define our challenge first. We have to understand what we have to reinvent or improve, what product or service. Then randomly choose and apply trends from our trend card deck according to the simple rules and get as many ideas as possible. But what we're going to reinvent today at this Spotlight evening? For this special Spotlight trend game, we decided to take the most often prohibited object for reinvention. Yes, right, prohibited object for reinvention. Guess what? Any ideas? You can put it in the chat. What is the most prohibited object for reinvention? Do you know? The wheel. Yes, yes, precisely. The wheel. The thing we are often being asked not to reinvent again is the bicycle. So, how to reinvent the bicycle to make it a trendy thing again? So here is the rules. We finally came to the game. And this is the short instruction. Meet the rules. They're quite simple, as in any table game. As you already know, there are 4 groups of trends at the game. Each has its own color. At the round playing field, which you'll soon see at the Miro board, or you've already visited the Miro board, the link we shared, you can also find colors. The round field is also colorful. As in common table games, you have to roll the dice. We have the virtual dice today and move your chip from one step to another at the round playing field. The color indicated at each step of the round playing field suits one group of trends. Today, we'll be using 4 groups of trends. So just draw a trend card and we'll be making it virtually according to the color of the step at the ground field. So throw a dice, make a turn, draw a trend card, generate as many ideas as possible, and make next turn. After 2 minutes, each round will be lasting 2 minutes, and my team of facilitators will be helping you to move forward and to keep in time. After 2 minutes of super intensive idea generation round, team makes next turn and applies some other trend from the trend deck with another color. So today we'll form 5 teams to play the game, which are team number 1, Bold Visionaries, team number 2, Catalyst Crew, team number 3, Game Changers, team number 4, Luminary Leaders, and team number 5, Spark Igniters. Each of you is already a part of one of this wonderful team list. So let's go to our playing field admirer board to start the game and not to lose time. Okay, here is how you see the starting view of the board. And I'll now change my presentation to the Miro board. Just a second. Can you see it? Is it working? You can see Miro board, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Amazing, super. So you see the 5 groups here. And if you're not at the Miro board, please follow the link which you've been sent via the registration service, right, Raika? Yes, everyone has the link. Yeah.
The Miro link is here in the chat now.
Okay, thank you so much for the help. And you can follow the link on the chat. And you can find your team 1, team number 2, number 3, 4, and 5. You can see the names of the teams at the frames. Each of us will be joining, me and my team will be facilitating and guiding you through the process. We'll be having 2 minutes for the set of the game, and then we'll come to the main room after breaking up to the 5 groups and making our idea generation session. So actually, I'm finished with the rules and a short description of how to play the game, and we are ready to break up into teams. Let's break up.
Send you invitations to the breakout rooms then, and we will have a timer for the 20 minutes on the Miro board. So I will call you back when that is up.
Great, then see my team, number 3, in the room. Yeah, everyone in. So congrats everyone for spending these 20 minutes in a very intensive playing session and gaming session. And Thanks Trend Cards. They helped us to play the game and be our mediators in a Teams meeting up for the first time. It was really amazing. I hope that everyone got some inspiration from others' ideas, because reading others' ideas and seeing how others generate ideas really inspires us and brings us knowledge. So actually, each of you is a trend champion already, and we would like to grant you a Credly badge, which is about your open challenge participation in today's GDTA Spotlight. Each of you who made a registration and took part in a game will get the invitation to the email, and you'll just have to follow the instruction, open the email and follow the instruction and create a profile at Credly. Maybe some of you know the Credly platform. It's a badging platform which helps us to transfer and to show up our completions in educational courses or some certification programs in LinkedIn and other platforms. And after you have a profile at Credly, you can grasp your badge. We created the special course and the special badge for you and for this Spotlight GDTA event. You can find some more information and stay connected with us through a page about the game, which you can find right now. And thank you so much for invitation and for this great game. I hope that a couple of words will follow also from our GDTA team. Thank you all, and we are happy to stay in touch with you. So many ideas.
Thank you very much, Maria, and thanks a lot also to your team, to Elena, Yuri, Anton, Alex. It was actually amazing. I was part of the Game Changer team, and it was really intriguing to see how many ideas were coming out of the brains immediately, inspired by the cards, by the trend cards. And I like very much this kind of feeling as, yes, you are at a board game and you are playing something which is highly related to our design thinking experiences. And so I'm really impressed. It's the first time that I played the Miro version. I knew about the physical version, which is already great fun. So yeah, thanks a lot to all your efforts. And how do we summarize now? What do we do with the great ideas now with the bikes? Since we all wanted to reinvent the bike, Maria, what would be your suggestion?
Yes, we've actually we have some time for questions, and we intended to leave some time for questions and for discussion. And thank you, Uli, for asking the question. Well, actually, afterwards, we can apply a Venn diagram, which is about selecting the ideas regarding to three points of views, which is about technical feasibility, whether these ideas might be technically feasible, for example, in our company right now, right today, or right tomorrow, or whether they need some investments. Firstly, we for sure assess our ideas from the desirability point of view, whether they solve some human problems or some user scenario problems or some opportunities maybe in user behavior, if we have some ideas or some data about the user behavior prepared before such a game. So usually product and service design teams come to the game already being in their product or within their service and understanding some constraints or some opportunities and problems. And for sure, trends give them an opportunity to make this step towards the project or towards the product improvement. And the third dimension from the Venn diagram is about value for the business. So if we are a business team, we have to understand whether these ideas are hot to make the business or some kind of a service or collaboration in the next week or next day. So technical feasibility, people desirability, and value for the business, or maybe not for the business, it might be a non-commercial project, because we play this game not only for product owners or for business people, but also for students and non-commercial organizations, which would like to find their ideas for the beneficiaries or help the society or the community to go forward in the right cases. So actually, these trends work in both sides, for business issues and for non-commercials as well. So you can try to follow and to reproduce the mechanics of the game, because if you know the trends, and or if you have made some research on trends, you can make a trend deck and your own Miro board and use the game mechanics to play with your students, or maybe copy the trends and the board. We share it among Global Design Thinking Alliance members. We've sent the link to the GDTA team to share it. So you can use the same board and to play it with your students in classes and to spread it among your teachers, maybe, if you're a university.
This is great. Thanks a lot. And are there any questions, since we have some 7 minutes to go here?
Yes, please.
You're so fast.
It was really fast, yes. We were trying to be in time.
Any questions? Please feel free to switch on your video. Yeah, Philip.
Yeah, thanks very much for this experience. I was questioning myself if the team names, like Lumina leaders I participated in, or game changes, if they should be involved as well in it, to think about yourself.
Great and very practical question. Thank you, Philip. Well, actually, we just named the teams in order to make it a little bit less technical than just team 1, team 2, and team 5. And it also works well for the students. And if we play the game with the students, they name their own names for the teams, some creative ideas, because if they already have the name of the team, they for sure will be putting it on the round field or on the playing field for the team. So thank you. It's just our imagination. Sebastian, yes, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Maria. Thank you very much, Yuri. It was a pleasure to taking part. And one question, because you can use this mechanics of this game also in real world projects, right? So the question is, would you still use dices to select these kind of trends by chance, or is it then more on purpose? And if it is more on purpose, would you also elaborate more on the trends, giving more features, more information about the trend itself, or is it in just this one card?
Mm-hmm. Great question again. Thank you, Sebastian. Yes, we apply this game trend for the very serious businesses and very serious teams, and for top managers as well. And we always use the dice tool. We often play not only in digital world, but in a physical world with the paper game edition, which I mentioned previously. And if we gather at the table, we use the physical dice to roll in order to understand in order to find some specific, some trend, and to make it more interactive. As soon as this game is used at the idea generation phase, we use some other tools, the empathy phase or the testing phase. You know, there are many tools in design thinking, or at all. If we understand the design thinking as the process to follow. So, but up to the idea generation, there is a time and a place for some relaxation, even for the top teams, even for the very serious business people. So the dice and the playing method still stays the same, and it is always trend by trend, selecting not by some kind of an order, but in how to say, just forgot the word. Spontaneous way. Yes, in a spontaneous way. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Daniel, yes, please.
Very quick. Have you actually translated the game to other languages?
Only English, unfortunately. It has the only English version, but it would be great to translate, and we are actually happy. We'll be happy to collaborate to translate to other languages. We have 4 basic trend decks as we just tested out during our virtual game, and we also have some branch trends, branch-specific trends. It's also the answer to question to Sebastian, because we have very specific branch precise trend decks, for example, on medicine or on food or on services. We regularly monitor trends and prepare and update from year 1 to year 2 the trend decks. It would be great to collaborate on some other language. If you have any ideas, Daniel, please write to us.
Oh yeah, I would offer myself to help out translating to Portuguese if it's interesting at all. That's what I could do, but yeah, but thank you so much. I forgot, I was so excited. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the participation and for the questions. Daniel, yes. We have questions also in chat.
Suggestions, not only questions, but suggestions.
How to buy this game, physical or virtual? Lena, you can share the link maybe in the chat. You can see one of the last guys. You can also share the link. They might be, you can leave there an order by the link I just showed at the presentation. Just a second. There's a link at the presentation. Yes. Thank you, Carmen. you found it.
Oh yeah, did you try the game also with kids?
Yes, we even thought about
special trend decks for kids or so. Do you have that?
Thank you for the great question. We actually played it out a couple of times, and after that we were thinking about making a special version for the teenagers. And we even have a special card decks for the teenagers because they need some somewhere more holistic view on the trends. And some trends should be renamed in order for them to understand. And also some specific trends which has been spread around the teenager community because they have some hot trends they would like to put into the idea generation while they create some products or services. So we had that idea, but mainly we use this version of the game which you've just met. But this is also a great idea. If you would like to play with your teenagers, or you have the groups of kids you'd like to play with, we'll be happy also to collaborate and share our developments, the recent developments we've done. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. And a big thank you again to you, Maria, and your team for coming up with that great idea to put design thinking, or at least a part of it, and a significant part of it in a game. So big applause. I hear the church bells are indicating here the time is over, the 60 minutes are over. So the official part of our May GDTA Spotlight Session is over, and that very special one. So thanks a lot. For me, it was a great experience. I'm looking forward to continue working with your game and continue thinking about to reinvent the bike for sure, because we got lots of ideas on that mirror board here. Raika, do we have something about the? Yes, that is our June spotlight that will happen on the June 18th. And for that, we move from Kazakhstan, where we are right now, to South Africa. We will be in Cape Town, and we learn about the D-School Africa and actually what is going on in Africa in general, because there is a lot of movement in design thinking. And Jenny van Niekerk, who is also arranging the last Decon Festival, or a big part of it, at the D-School in South Africa. She'll give us an overview about what is happening in Africa regarding design thinking. And there is another slide indicating that we are having our GDTA conference this year in September 13th and 14th in Potsdam. And please join. There is no application button yet on the website, but it will appear soon. But mark in your calendar September 13th, 14th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. And the topic will be design thinking and artificial intelligence. And yeah,